Hello, everyone. Here I am. I'm at the FNA show in Indianapolis, and I have to tell you, the weather has been beautiful. It's been nice and sunny. But one of the topics that have come up is Industrial Revolution 5.0. Do we all feel like our industries are changing at warp speed? I know I feel that way with marketing. I've talked to people in the bio space. They feel like their industry is booming. Cybersecurity, their industry is booming. And same here with the heat treat industry. They feel that it is booming. So, why is that? And I started to research this, and I think one of the reasons why is in less than a decade, we're going into another industrial revolution called Industrial Revolution 5.0. But before we start to talk about how you need to think about how industrial revolution is changing things, we have to talk about how you have to change your marketing to be more responsive. So let's just do a little recap first of the Industrial Revolution. And the first Industrial Revolution was back in 1760. And that was when they did the transition of new manufacturing processes using water and steam. It took a while before the next industrial revolution, which didn't happen until 1840. So almost 80 years later. And there it was superior electronic technology used to increase your production and have a more sophisticated machines. The third industrial revolution took place in 1970, and you can all imagine what happened then. It was the introducing of computers into manufacturing and IT, and how automation was put into the process. And now you had pieces of equipment doing what before humans used to do. And so there was a change, and you saw an increase in manufacturing with the use of these computers and because of automation. And that was in 1970. Then in 2011, so 40 years later, there was the next industrial revolution. And this was, the IoT, the Internet of Technology, the era of the smart machines, storage systems, and production facilities. This is where it all got automated so that the machines in different places were talking to each other. Again, eliminating the human, but also having a seamless way to manufacture your products. But like I said, that was 40 years later. So we saw big gaps between each industrial revolution until now. Industry 4.0 was in 2011. Here we are in 2022, and we're talking about the next industrial revolution. So in a decade's worth of time, we're already going into a new transition. And this transition is dear to me because now we're going back to more the human than the technology side. And what we're doing in this industrial revolution is people are starting to understand how you have to put the two parts together, how you have to have the human interacting with the machines and the automation. And it's when you get that perfect mix that you're going to be able to have the manufacturing process be seamless, that is going to grow year after year. Part of the part with the human is the people that you have. You've got to show that you value them. You have to train them properly. You have to think about their mindset, keeping them interested in their job and what they're doing. And this is so important right now because this really is the breakdown that I see in a lot of companies and with top leaders. They're not concentrating on their people. They're not training their people. They're not telling their people what they need them to do or what the company's missions are or goals are. Now it has to go back to sitting down and say, yes, we have these processes in place, but we do need humans to help us take it from here to hear. And why this is important for marketers to understand is because this is the philosophy you got to take into your marketing. Gone are the days of doing those mass promotions out to big generic groups. Now you have to do specific marketing messages to a specific group to build a relationship that instills trust. And we all love automation. Automation's great. You can get an email marketing platform, you can set up workflows, and you can set up sequences. But there has to come a point where it's not all so automated that you've lost that human touch. And the reason why is because people are becoming numb to it now. They're not paying attention to these marketing messages because they feel like it's just another automated sequence, that there really isn't a person behind that cares about their business. So I'm here to tell you right now, you need to change your marketing. And how are you going to change your marketing now to reflect what is happening with I 5.0 or Industrial Revolution 5.0? Is you've got to add that human component back into your marketing. It cannot be all automated. And here are a few tips. You connect with people on social media channels. Do not, as soon as they connect with you, do not come back with that long automated sales message. That is the first thing. If I get that, I go in and I try to unfollow the people because that's not why I connected with them. I connected with them so I could share ideas. We could build a communication back and forth. We could help each other in our particular space. So make sure you're not sending generic automated messages to everyone you connect with. Create something personal in there. See if there's a common bond, whether it's with a connection you both have, or maybe they downhill ski, or maybe they're at the FNA show. I don't know what it is, but have that common bond in there so the people think that, or really feel that you took the time and that you really care about gaining them as a prospect or a possible customer. The second is when you're doing email promotions. Same thing. As we've talked about before with email marketing, you can't always just be selling. You can't be selling your product or your service. You've got to educate. You've got to offer people value. Value that when they hang up or they click out of your email or I close my computer, they have something tangible that they can go and utilize right away. So for now, when you set up your email marketing messages, and next week, definitely tune into the LinkedIn Live because I'm going to give you samples of different email marketing messages that have worked well. How there's a nice sequence you can do with your email marketing that helps inform the person about your company, your product or services, but what are the benefits? What are the benefits that are going to help them do their job? But then how you take it a little bit further by nurturing them with another piece of content that again educates them, doesn't sell to them. And then that last piece, have that personal touch with a top level executive within your company saying, did you get the information you needed? If there's something else that you're interested in, or if there's a question you have, please reach out to us and give them an individual by name that they can reach out to. It's very interesting here at the FNA show. As you can see, there's the schedule behind us. But during the technical sessions, at the end, they made us fill out a questionnaire of how we felt the presentation was. And the very last question, how'd you find the educational section or the technical session? Did you find it educational or did you find it sales oriented? And they made you rate it, sales being 0 to education being a 10 with knowledge. They want most of their technical sessions to be there in that knowledge category. So you rated each presentation. I have to say, here at the FNA show, most of them were ranking there in the educational knowledge side. There was one I went to which was definitely sales oriented about their specific product, and they got noted on it. They got noted that I felt like I was getting sold something instead of taught something. So just like they do here with their technical sessions, that's what you got to do with your marketing. Even if it's a social post or it's an email marketing, you want to be educating the people to help them do their job better. Like I said, next week, tune into the LinkedIn Live at 4 o'clock because I'm going to have samples of email marketing pieces that have worked, especially for the B2B specific niche areas. You know, I'm not selling a pair of shoes here. I'm usually selling industrial pieces of equipment or executive education programs. You know, there's a lot of talk here about ESGs and your carbon footprint and energy. And that's a hot area for all of us. And so some of the vendors, they're picking it up. They're starting to make their booths green. And their promotions are all about green and how we can save you energy, but also money. I hope you found this helpful. And now is the time to sit back, to evaluate your marketing and see, is it keeping up with Industry 5.0? It's important to put things in place now so that as you proceed into the next year of 2023, you already have your marketing going and taking that same path as this industrial revolution. Because as marketing changes, manufacturing is changing. And so along with a lot of other industries out there, we're all changing at warp speed. You've got to stay current and you've got to constantly be evolving your marketing to stay up with the current trends. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to send me an email or connect with me on LinkedIn. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, it's, Donna A. Peterson is my handle. Or if you'd like to send me an email, it is dpeterson@worldinnovators.com. Like I said, I've been here at the FNA show. It's been a great show. It's a nice size. It has 6 aisles of different vendors talking about the heat treat space. And the technical sessions have been very good. I hope you found this information helpful. I hope you sit down and assess your marketing and see how you're going to proceed into the future. Have a wonderful day. Bye.